Right, so I'm thinking of using principles from quantum physics, particularly the principles of superposition and of the wave function collapse, to model society, basically. So, any person engages with four different kinds of institutions. One is the institution which governs the local or even a larger sort of community. So that could be the government or whatever authority is in power of managing the society in terms of administrative stuff, right? So that could be the government. Then there's the spiritual sort of authority, which could be religion or let's just say it would be religion. And there's the third thing, which is the engagement with an employer. So that's another institution, that you're being employed by some corporation which pays you a fixed amount of salary, or it could be like a startup of your own, in which case you're like you're like at the topmost level of the organization. It's still an organization. And the fourth one is, actually there are now five, that I think about it. The fourth one is the personal sphere, friends and family. And the last but not the least is fifth one, which is the personal romantic sphere, right? And so what I'm thinking of doing is representing each human being as like a 5-state vector, right? Sorry, not 5-state, 5-dimensional vector, like a 5-dimensional column vector and all of these governments, when they interact, when they, like all of these organizations, or these 5 sort of dimensions in which the human being is engaging with, those are basically matrices which, upon acting on the column vector, would give you something which gives you the observable state of the human being. Now, the one thing that I've started to realize is that all of these different dimensions influence each other in various ways. And so there is definitely a correlation between all the 5 the 5 dimensions of the human being. Like, let's say he has and obviously we have to start defining what numbers, what those states mean exactly, what these 5-dimensional state vectors mean. But yeah, this is a solid start, I suppose. The next thing, what is the next thing? Let me think. Yeah, so for example, good. So these, this 5-dimensional state vector can be either analyzed individually, like, okay, its value in a particular dimension is so-and-so number, and you can just look at that and say, oh, this guy is sort of just engaged with this particular thing, and these, like, it's sort of flattening the entire state vector into just one number that's being represented by one of those values. Instead of doing that, I think what we should be doing, because each sort of dimension influences the other, is to include the correlations in the institutional matrix, which will act on our state vector to give you the actual value. Or what we could do instead of doing that is, I think that's good. No, I think I'm going to stick to the first one, which is that you've got this observable sort of state vector. But then in that case, it would not really, follow the principles of quantum mechanics. I mean, the way that we have things in quantum mechanics. But then I suppose it's to be used as an inspiration. No, I think we should. Yeah, okay. Let's say the state vector is not really visible to the common eye, and you use like a generic sort of diagonal matrix for a particular institution to draw out that particular value that the state vector of the person has. But what you will be missing out on is correlations, right? And I don't think, and I think that's the part where we sort of fail to sort of view human beings as these holistic and agentic entities, rather than just people who have, who are interacting in a rather straightforward, simple manner with institutions. I know it sounds a bit blurry right now, because obviously, this is the first time I'm trying to sort of recount what I've been thinking this morning, but I think this is a good start. Yeah, I'm going to post this on YouTube.